Hey guys, Lawrence here, and we return once again to the shed for another shed talk. And it's just a little bit rainy outside, but hey, a little rain didn't hurt anyone. You know, we're British, we're born for rain. Although granted, one time I was in Orlando and whew, that was a doozy. But that's not the topic what we're talking about today. There's a couple of things really that are on my mind in this shed talk, and they really concern the thing about Jikoku. Remember that video that I did last week about the topic? If you haven't seen it, I'll leave a link to it up here. A lot of people were really excited to see it and were curious, and some people even remembered it. And, you know, if you remembered that whole Jikoku thing back in the day, you know, props to you. But the biggest thing I got to share with you is that I found the file on Dropbox that had the archive of the original audio dramas from 2005. This is when I started voice acting. Do you want to see this on the channel in some way? Do you want to have at least me put episode 1 up so you can see where this all came from? I don't really want to share the VHS because it's got a couple of my friends in it. I need to get permission, and also they kind of moved past that. It's not really their thing anymore. It wouldn't be fair on them. But for this one, this was on the Voice Acting Alliance, maybe literally months after I started voice acting. You can even hear me in it, actually. Just let me know whether you wouldn't want to, you know, hear it in some capacity. Here's a poll up here. It was a bit of an eye-opener, because not only that, I found the original scripts. That's crazy! So, what I've been able to do, I've gotten in touch with Nexus Mania. If you guys know Nexus on the main channel, he's one of our R&R artists. He is absolutely great when it comes to illustration. So, I hope to work with him maybe on this project. Don't really know. I'm not sure even when I'll actually get into this in the long run, but it's promising. I've got all my original notes, all that kind of stuff. This is the perfect thing for the shed. You gotta retool things, you gotta pop new ideas, you gotta try and shovel new ones in there. Okay, granted it's a spade, but, you know, this is as good of a shovel for illustrative purposes of a figure of speech. Okay, let's just try and brush this whole thing under the carpet then in terms of an analogy. But I suppose the whole thing about this is that it all stems from the fact that, you know, I nearly suffered from YouTuber burnout, probably like a couple of months ago. And it really made me think about what I was doing on the main channel, and what happened 3 weeks ago when I set up this second channel. It really hammered home the idea that, really, I'm just really stifled for creativity. Doing that animation video, which I really loved doing, and Adir did a really good job on it, but it went down with a resounding thud, if you know what I mean. So it just made me think that I had to reevaluate the situation. So that's why I came up with the second channel. So any of you guys here, you want to see what else I can do outside of Dragon Ball. And I did make the initial promise that I would keep this really Dragon Ball free, but I gotta do something, because people are kind of curious, but it'll be very few and far between. So you might, of course, see Dragon Ball stuff when I go to Japan. I think we're going from the 23rd to the 6th of January, by the way. So you'll have to see some of that, because that's one of the reasons I'm going. Not the reason, because I want to see more of Japan, the real Japan, which is just, I want to see society there and see how it is. How similar and not similar it is to British culture. Very curious about that. Now I have the second channel, that's where I will put the main vlogs when I go to Japan. And when it comes to the main cut, that will go on the main channel. You'll get like a super cut, a little summary. Then if you want to see anything more in detail, then you go to the other channel. Simple as that, really. But that really opened the door for me for creativity, and it really just ensured that, hey, just, you can still do other videos, you know, mate. Just do them on this channel and everything will be absolutely golden. I can be a bit more creative again, and anything that I do outside of Dragon Ball can be shared with you guys without fear of the YouTube bot suddenly going like, oh no, you know, people aren't watching, the channel's gonna have to be darn tootin' punished. Now I don't have to worry about that. Well, not as much, because anyone that's here will at least want to be somewhat interested in what I do. So even though the skies are turning grey right now and it's gotten really dark in the shed, I still feel very hopeful about where the channels can go, both channels for that matter. We did have a little bit of a wobble on the main channel. Basically, around the time I put out that animation video, that's when YouTube had its little wobble, and it kind of impacted the channel for quite a while. It's now starting to recover. So in terms of things for the shed, really, if you are a YouTuber and you're experiencing burnout, just take a step back, just have a bit of a break, and come back with a fresh pair of eyes. That always does wonders for me. And in terms of Jikoku, I'm busy planning stuff in the shed, seeing how I can try and express this story in a whole new light. Maybe we do a Kickstarter, maybe not. I want to try and do something. Just at least give it one more go. I don't want to be trapped inside the cage of creativity, now do I? Too much? Oh no, don't worry, we don't put Smokey in that cage. No. This is in case we find wildlife, like any kind of wandering hedgehogs or something like that. We've had that happen before. We've had like 2. But no, we give him a nice plush box, so everything's fine. That's all I've got to say really for this week's Shed Talk, and the rain is really coming down. This is truly United Kingdom. I feel right at home here. So I hope you're doing well today, guys, and just take it easy. And once again, as always, one is glad to be of service.